Hello and welcome to another update video about Doge. I want to start on the larger time frame. Doge is getting closer to the target area we discussed in the last video, I think a couple of days ago or early yesterday. The price has obviously extended in this third wave within wave C of 3. I explained to you in the last video the bigger picture, the overall idea that we should see the price get into this cycle targets area. Eventually, that would be ideal, getting to 132 to 211. That's, and I want to be very clear about that is sort of what I can see right now as reasonable cycle targets for this cycle. Does it mean we have to get there? No, but it's a mathematical projection, and the price is certainly moving towards it right now. Okay, so regardless of the microstructure or whatever, this is what I use as orientation. So then we can go to the smaller time frame, and I shared with you the targets for the, let me just double check that. Yeah, for the internal C wave in the currently unfolding third wave. And the idea is here that we should land somewhere there, but probably more in the upper half, between 59.6 to 84 cents. Yeah, in circle wave 3. And the wave count shows the roadmap, so with, it's clear. So it seems like that in this internal third wave within wave C of circle 3 of the larger third wave, we need another 4-5 pattern. Yeah, it doesn't look finished yet. So that means we could complete the third wave at some point, maybe in the lower half of that blue area. Again, no weakness right now, so still pushing towards that target area. But we're approaching that target area, and we're approaching the next resistance around 35 cents as well. So I'm looking for one more 4-5 pattern possibly. That doesn't mean you should sell it all here and buy the wave 4. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you the pattern doesn't look complete. That's what it says. That we should hold another higher low, another higher high in wave 3, then get probably another higher low and another higher high. And I mentioned in the last video, it might take us sort of into the upper half, and then the all-time high is already there, right? Which should be broken as per this wave count. So that's the idea. I mean, for many months, I've been showing you that my idea for Doge is that we get into this region. I mean, these targets have been there for a long time, and we are on our way to it. So the price, the most recent really good setup was in August, September, October, when the price started to reverse in this trend reversal area. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Now these smaller time frames, they are more like for scalpers, right? So if you're scalping this, but as I always say, in a third wave, the risk is that if you're trying to scalp, you are getting out too early. So what I normally do, I present support levels, and as long as we're holding support, the focus can be on higher prices. The nearest support I can offer right now is 17.6 to 23.5 cents. The last short-term setup we had was here early in November, where the price reacted to that micro support area and rallied. A break below it would have indicated a deeper pullback. Didn't happen, held support. And as I said, these support levels, they can be used for scalping on the smaller time frame. But again, if you want to do that, because you might miss out on these rallies. That's true for other altcoins as well. I always see the tendency, people want to sell at the top of a wave, buy back lower. It rarely works in a third wave, okay? Third waves are the most aggressive waves in an Elliott wave cycle. I always say that. And you don't want to sell in the most aggressive wave of an Elliott wave cycle necessarily, not in the cycle that we've all been waiting for, right? So that's true for other coins as well. We talked about that yesterday in a little bit more detail in our member live stream. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more, check it out. We also have several live stream tutorials about that, but I can tell you, as long as the trend is up, try to stay in it as long as it's reasonable to do so, as long as it's easy to do so. All I can share is the next resistance is around 35, 34, 35 cents. And I'd like to see one more 4-5 pattern at least. I mean, I could be, I could be wrong. Maybe it's already happened, but it's already very extended. So even if we don't hold support for that internal fourth, there should be another 4-5. And then another 4-5. So I don't think we're done yet with that rally. Looking good for Doge at the moment, but it's obviously now not a great time to buy, right? I mean, from a pullback trader point of view, that was down here. But You know, if you have certain, I don't know, indicators that allow you to do so, feel free to do it. That's up to you anyway. I can only help you understand the chart history and reward and risk. The reward to risk profile has now obviously changed significantly compared to where we were back in August. But that's always the problem when nobody wants to buy, right? That's normally the best time. But that's why we've got the colored boxes on the chart. Yesterday, someone mentioned in the comments, I don't know, didn't buy or whatever. Is it now the best time or something? And I mentioned, look, the boxes on the charts, they are normally where it can be reasonable. Now, I can't tell you to buy because I don't know you, I don't know your personal situation, but I can tell you where reward and risk is typically in a favorable situation, and that's what the colored boxes are for. But that's just based on the chart, right? If that's the right time for you personally to buy, only you can decide. This here is simply chart analysis, right? That's what differentiates it from like financial advice. I don't know any person personally watching these videos, so I don't know your personal situation and can't give you advice. I'm not legally allowed anyway. But from a chart point of view, this is typically where we want the price to reverse. Okay, that's the update about Doge. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.